Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Big Greg, what is up, brother? How we doing, man?
Good. Happy Tuesday. This is one of the more exciting ones with sports across the world for us.
It's a massive Tuesday. We have sports all over the place. Good to see everybody. Hope you're doing well. Tizzle said a lot of sports fans will never see their team win it all. Team USA can make that feeling come true today. Absolutely, man. We have the World Baseball Classic final tonight. Tizzle already on it. Bobby Witt, 2+ hit runs and RBIs with a judge walk and USA money line plus 322. Boosted on DraftKings. I love it. Tizzle's ready to go. Big Zach said, good morning, everyone. Good morning, buddy. Tony, good morning, crew. Hey, I got bid info. I thought Scooball was pitching. That I put the Discord. Whoops. Hey, it happens, brother. Same thing here. You got to check the well, I'm not saying you got to check. We have to keep an eye on the pitching changes. Where they go with Nola? Yeah, last night. So yeah, man, you'll see changes for sure, but you're doing a good job. All right, let's jump into it here. Big Greg. Now, here's what we have to take a look at. Yesterday was brutal for all of us. Everybody. Tough one there for Brad. Tough one there for Italy. Lose it 4-2. That bet was coming through as well. Venezuela, shout out to them. And then me, same deal, Hoss. I went 0 for 2. Look at this, man. Cincinnati absolutely belt to backside on Utah Valley. Cal Baptist had 900 errors last night. Oh, my goodness. Lost to Harvard. Harvard gets their first win of the year because, of course, right? That's how college baseball is always going to be. And the Celtics, they handle their business. So it was like, all right, Cal Baptist, come on, boys. Then the Rockets and the Spurs. The Rockets lost to the Lakers. Spurs won last night. So there you go. It was a tough day. Yeah, Bama said it. Hey, so I took under 8.5 runs last night. It got scared when bases were loaded, and it got to 6. Cashed out. Hey, you know what? Not bad on the cash out. Like, I totally get it. And sometimes, yeah, you'll get this result. You're like, dang, man, why did I do that? I shouldn't have done it. But a lot of times it'll work out. You're like, oh, thank heavens that I did that. So, Bam, I'm right there with you. Hey, and that's a great picture too, man. That's awesome. Kid looking good. Got the Bama football and the jersey. I love it, man. That's a great picture for sure. All right, let's jump into it here. Going to be a great day. Big Greg, we've got some picks. Oh, real quick. All right, if everybody wants to get in, all right, college basketball, NCAA tournament, March Madness. All right, 2 brackets here. Free bracket on the left. Scan that QR code. I'll leave this up for a second. Big Zach in the chat absolutely smoked it with both of these, putting it all together. Info's in the Discord too, all of that, right? So free bracket right here on the left. Scan that QR code. Come join, come play with everybody. And then if you want to get down in a paid bracket, $20, okay? Scan that QR code. It's going to take you to a Venmo. It'll take you to Big Zach Phelps's Venmo. Your money's good. I assure you, it's all in the up and up. All right, we're not going to take the bag and run, so to say. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, $20 there if you want to get in. Scan the second QR code. Again, it'll take you to Zach's Venmo. He'll get you all set up, get you the password. Exclusive club in there, baby. All right, let's get it. Let it rip. Okay. Greg, we've got a ton to get to today. No headlines, nothing. Let's go straight to the pick. All right, big dog, talk to me, man. What do you got? And let me say this real quick. So I included the NC State money line play from yesterday. So if anybody's looking at it saying, hey, it's gone to minus, 1.5, that's from yesterday's play. So I wanted to include it, just transparency, all that. So we'll talk about that game. You don't have to break that down. Did it yesterday, but feel free to go into the 2 baseball, and we'll catch back up on the NC State.
Yeah, like you said, basketball will be brought back in, so we will jump into the NCAA baseball slate today, which is another huge one. We will start over here on the West Coast, taking the Cal Bears money line. We faded them all last weekend going up against Chapel Hill. Worked out well. I think Cal bounces back tonight in a very favorable spot. A team that's played well this year, dominated teams they're supposed to beat, and played pretty well against some top-ranked teams. So I like what the Bears have done this year, like them at this number. Then bouncing back where you talked about the Cincinnati game yesterday, we will follow them right back up. Love them on the money line today. Add in Wake Forest going up against Liberty. I think this is a really nice favorable parlay.
You know what's scary? I've got some of the same looks here, bro. All right. Great job there. And everybody in the chat is absolutely crushing it. It's good to see you. I promise I'll get to comments. Keep dropping those in. It's good to see everyone. All right. So, Greg, I feel you here on the baseball. Cincinnati and Wake Forest and Cal, too. I didn't play Cal, but it's looking similar. All right. So, here's what I have. First off, UMBC. All right. The Golden Retrievers. Now, you have NC State money line. So I didn't want to go against that. Not that I'm all in on Texas anyway, right? I'm not. But the other game, and I don't want to fade Howard. Nothing against Howard here, but UMBC is my squad. Golden Retrievers, let's go. I'm not going to give you a full educated breakdown on UMBC because I don't know it. I'm telling you, I'm betting strictly because I'm pulling for UMBC just because they're Golden Retrievers, and those are good dogs. No, man. I don't know if anybody has a good breakdown. I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm making a joke, but I'm telling you, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and give you a bunch of stats that I just looked up 12 minutes ago on UMBC, right? Like, I'm not going to do that to you. So if anybody has a great, analytical or betting look, you don't have to have analytics, but like if somebody's got to look at it, let me know. Drop that in the chat for sure. But I'm going to roll with UMBC, and we'll get to the basketball in a second because you broke down NC State Texas game yesterday really well. We'll talk about it. It's difficult. All right, next one. World Baseball Classic final. All right. Venezuela taking on the United States. Did you see Ronald Acuna last night? He was looking good, man. All right. I'm going to take the over 8.5. Everything on planet Earth says, AB, what in the world are you doing taking the over? None of these games have come through. I'm in. I'm in for it. It might be one of those, honestly, deadline spur actions, right? Like, both of the, well, I'm not Venezuela, but like the United States is kind of, they're not that they're playing terrible ball, but it's not the explosion, I think we might get that tonight. I don't think, you're going to have pitching, but you're not. If there were ever a time where the hitter had the advantage, it's in the final. Yeah, all right. I'm going to take the over 8.5. Yeah, Tizzle, exactly. Pitching is thin tonight. Exactly. Pitching is thin. It's all on the line. It's an elimination game, obviously. Yeah, I'm all in on the runs tonight. All right, over 8.5 there. All right, so, okay, back to it. Now, we'll break down college baseball, too. Cincinnati, I'm right there with you. They looked good yesterday. Continue on, boys. Me and Greg will go to the store. We'll get seeds, whatever you need. You keep being you, all right? We need you to be an anchor in this. Yeah, and Tony said, oh, no, AB's betting Vandy. I'm worried now. Hey, and check out Tony's new brand right there. You see his logo? Tony, so proud of you, man. Good job, bro. Well done, buddy. Everybody go check that out. Like, subscribe, get his views all the way up. All the way turned. Remember that song? All right. Cincinnati money line, Vanderbilt money line, baseball. Vanderbilt playing Indiana today in Nashville. I kind of want to sneak over. All right. We're going to go Cincinnati, Vanderbilt. And Wake Forest, I'm right there with you. Going to go Wake Forest money line. I'm going to pair that with Ole Miss. We'll talk about all these games. All right, so minus 115 across the board on all four. Now, another one. An AB3. So let me know what you think about this. Okay, so the first one, or I'm sorry. Let me just start that over. Brain went too fast. AB3 parlay. Team USA baseball money line. That's it. Just win the game. And then I took both college basketball games tonight, and I took the totals down by 5 points each and played the over. Does that make sense? So, Team USA win the game tonight. No run line, nothing, no over, nothing. Just Team USA wins. And then over 136 and a half in UMBC Howard, over 152 and a half with NC State and Texas. Now, you can also move it the other way. All right. If you want to play the unders in these basketball games, you can move. So I moved the totals down 5 points. You could move the totals up 5 points and play the under and come out at the same odds right here. Right. So if you're somebody saying, I don't know about them overs, bro, just move it. You can move it 10 points the other way. You know what I mean? So there you go. But yeah, if you want to use Team USA money line, and I'm not saying that's a lock because Venezuela could play, but yeah. So, all right. If you want to get down with that, plus 218, and feel free to take the basketball games either way, on that. But it's essentially a teaser is what it is. So, all right. So that's that. All right. Now, all right. Let's play a grab bag of sports. Where are we going to go first today, bro? Let me get the banner up. All the picks right there. Sure do appreciate everybody. It's so good to see you. Okay. Let's go. What's first? Basketball. Okay. Gregory, the NCAA tournament kind of starts tonight. I mean, it does. Playing games. Let's go. First up, 16 seeds, UMBC taking on Howard. UMBC, 1.5 point favorite, total of 140.5. Japan says first half unders college basketball. Okay. Greg, I'm going to throw it to you, and not as of, hey, everyone's depending on you for a breakdown. I said it earlier. I honestly don't know much. I mean, I've seen these teams a couple times, but again, I'm not going to sit here and give anybody a breakdown. Have you seen anything from these teams? Any kind of a look that you have on this game? Could be spread, total, money lines, whatever. What do you think?
Yeah, I like UMBC tonight. I think that they have a stronger squad top to bottom. I think that over the course of the year, you look at what both of these squads have done. I think UMBC has been more impressive. I also think that they are a stronger overall bunch. So I do like them, especially at this number. I think it's very, very reasonable. Getting them, fairly close to a pick 'em at this point. So looking at them money line, for myself, I think that they will bounce back, get into the tournament again. No comparison to what they did last time, but hey, it's impossible to forget what UMBC created and changed what I never thought was possible. I can say I honestly believed a 16 would never beat a 1 in my lifetime, and I don't know if they will again now. But you know what, they really brought something interesting. I think that this is another really fun squad, and I think they get through tonight. I think they make the dance after this.
There we go. Yeah. Hey, and they'll have that forever. Forever being the 16, the team that finally did it. I love it. Yeah. And Joey asked, sorry to interrupt. Hey, you're never interrupted, bro. AB, when are the sheets due for brackets? Yeah, it should be tip on Thursday. Yeah. I saw somebody drop that in. Yeah, Matty Boy. Yeah, tip on Thursday. So yeah, that's where the brackets are due. So you're good. You got time, but for sure, go ahead, scan it, get in, make sure everybody is all set. Perfect. All right. Okay. So that's game one. Again, I don't have the best breakdown on it. I'm with you though. I'm rolling UMBC just for nostalgia love. Man, that's a good mascot game too. All right. Here we go. You want to talk about old school out in the West? All right. Hunting predators here. Got you a longhorn steer and a wolf. Ooh. All right. A wolf pack. Dude, a wolf pack coming after Bevo? He don't move too fast. They'd be nipping at him. The key would be, if you were the wolf pack and you're trying to take down a huge steer, you got to get him off his feet. You know what I mean? So you got to get him moving, and then you got to trip him. All right. Sorry, went National Geographic there. Not trying to hunt Bevo. All right, we love him. Texas here, 1.5-point favorites, total of 157.5. But both of these teams can score. Let's see. Justin, good morning, AB, Greg, and of course the best crew of the game. Let's have a day. Let's have a day indeed, Justin. So great to see you, man. Matty Boy said, happy 9th birthday to my dog, Chewy. She's getting all the love today. Chewy. Oh, give Chewy a hug for me. Happy birthday. All right. So, Greg, I'm going to get out of your way. All right. You're on NC State. What do you see here? What do you think?
I mean, it's hard to ignore. Texas has lost 5 of 6 coming into this. Yes, it is a brand name, but I just have seen no consistency from this Longhorn squad the entire season. And as much as I like NC State, I like the way they spread the wealth, I think that it's as much a fate of Texas. I've been extremely unimpressed with them down the stretch. And I don't necessarily think the tournament's just going to make them flip a switch and turn into this perennial powerhouse. So I do like, as I said, the consistency of NC State. I like the ability for them to move the ball and multiple guys to score. I think at times Texas gets a little lackadaisical and wants to play a too much of a half-court stand-around game, and I think that really hurts them long-term. So I do like NC State tonight. If they can get up and down like I expect them to, I do lean the over in this one as well.
Yeah, I'm with you. I there's going to be points, right? So, okay, a total of 157.5. Okay, so if we had to get the over, so 158, what is that? 80, what, 80, 88, 70? Yeah, something. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be an 18-point blowout, but like, try to get there. Like, you're going to need points, but these teams can do it. I'm with you on Texas. I didn't trust Texas. Okay. Didn't really have a lot of faith in Texas coming out of the regular season, right? Go right into SEC play, and then immediately their first game bounced by Ole Miss. But here's the problem. Ole Miss was doing that to everybody. They went through and then bounced Georgia and then bounced Alabama. Like, so I don't want to take all away from Texas. Ole Miss is playing good ball. But you're spot on that this Texas team, and again, the same thing I'm going to talk about with Tennessee in 2 days. You can't trust this team at all, man. But you know what? Look, Joey said it. I'm taking the bait. It's the exact perfect time to bet Texas when it makes no sense. I'm right there with you. Yeah, everything logical says NC State, right? Everything Greg said was spot freaking on. So we're going to see, though. Welcome to the tournament. All right, now, okay, so that's what we had tonight. We had those 2 games. Greg, great job. Now, here's the question, real quick, okay? Actually, well, we're just going to get to the real question, and I need the crew's help. Greg, we've got to do a fun bracket, okay? Like in the college football playoff, we did one of WWE wrestlers. We've got to do a fun bracket for the NCAA tournament. But here's the thing. We've got to figure out what our topic is going to be. And essentially, we have to pick like a topic to where we have a representative for all 64 teams. Okay? Here's the thing, though. We have to pick a topic that has 80 subjects that we can choose from. You know what I mean? It can't be, mid-2000s ACC logos. It's like, well, I need 80 of these, to choose from, right? So it could be like 90s baseball players, 90s 2000s baseball players, WWE, like not even that, just wrestlers of all time. So, crew, think about that. And Greg, I'm not going to throw that on you when you've had 1 second to think about it. But like, if you have any ideas, let me know, and I'll get to work on it tonight and put the full bracket together. But yeah, think about that because it has to be like the pool group to choose from. We need like 80 options. You know what I mean? So make the pool thick. But yeah, Tony, you're thinking right. Rock songs. You know what I mean? Like that type. It's gonna feel like it's very vague and generic, but it has to be. You know what I mean? Because we need 80, we need 80 to, at least to choose from, likely 100. You know, so yeah. Right, baseball Hall of Famers. Okay, that works. That okay. I'm down with that. Yeah, keep going. Keep dropping those in as we go. All right, grab bag of sports. All right, picture at the bottom. What do we have next? World Baseball Classic. Okay, Venezuela, Team USA, bro. Here we go. Team USA minus 285 on the money line. Total of 8.5. Team USA minus 1.5 on the run line at minus 130. All right. So I'm on the over 8.5 here. All right. Venezuela. And again, make sure to stay on top of it. We'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern today. But, just keep an eye on the pitching. But I don't think it's going to change because I don't think anybody has any options. You know what I mean? Ooh, Matty Boy said video games. Okay, that's a great one too. You're thinking exactly right. Yeah. Like those topic ideas are good. General, excuse me, general, open. Yeah, good topic. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so Greg, I'm on the over here. That's the crazy bet because none of these games are hitting the overs outside of game one. That's it. It's been a lot of 4-2, 5-3 style games. What do you think we see from tonight? And again, feel free to take it wherever you want. If you see pitching, if you think it's going to be hitting, if you think it's just going to be standard fair baseball, right? Like, how do you see this game? It's a championship game for sure. What do you think?
Yeah, we're on. We took USA pre-tournament. I thought that the depth was going to be the difference. And credit to Venezuela coming back yesterday. That was an incredible game and incredible atmosphere. Obviously, there was a lot of emotion, a lot of work with that comeback. I wonder if that high and that low, has a little bit of an effect on the body. It's been endless game after game for them, having to battle to survive and get here. The USA has casually cruised through, not even realizing that they could have been eliminated in that after that Italy game, but continued to push forward, continued to get good pitching. The offense has been really up and down with the exception of those first couple pool games. So I do expect them to hopefully turn it on. And above all else, Venezuela is going to be really taxed in the bullpen. Are they going to be able to turn anybody around and throw again today? Questionable. They also went, I believe it was 6 guys that they threw yesterday, all of which were extremely high pressure situations. So I wonder if that's going to be able to carry over again today. But still going to continue to ride with our pre-tournament bet with the USA. The total's hairy, I'd say, but I do think the USA gets there. So I like them on the money line because that's all we need, quite frankly.
The total's very hairy. Yeah, it is. Zach said gas station snacks, anything from chips to the candy. Okay, that could work. Food can work in terms of our bracket. Yeah, Tizzle said, how do we not go with the food topic, AB? I agree. All right, yeah, keep dropping those in. Okay, so yeah, all right. The totals have not been here at all. But if there were ever a time where these teams, number one, had a reason to mash, and number two, ran out of pitching, I think it's tonight. Like you said, it took all for Venezuela just to get here. Same thing with the United States. At one point, they didn't even know. Right? Let me say this. I'm not sure Team USA packed enough clothes for the rest of the trip. They might have been having to do laundry because they forgot. Oh, God, we're here for 3 more days? That said, I think tonight's the night where everyone has fun. You know what I mean? Honestly, there's no more like press conferences. There's no more of that. If you win, you'll have your celebratory deal tonight, and it's back to real life tomorrow. But you can have fun now. The stress of it, created stress of it, all of that. We get to have fun. And speaking of that, you and I and the crew, all of us together, we get to have fun. Let's go. Okay. We take the banner down. Here we go. Home runs. Greg, our game that we play every day here on Driving the Line during the Major League Baseball season. Usually we have a full league of games to choose from, our top 5 home run hitters, but these are special. So it's the final game of the World Baseball Classic, Team USA against Team Venezuela. And our goal is to identify who in the world is hitting a home run tonight. So let me read through the options, and we're each going to choose one. And crew, drop it in the chat. You are absolutely in this game just as much as I am, just as much as Greg is. We have to figure this out, right? So drop it in. Drop your thoughts here. Let me read through it. We have 2 pages of these. If you think that this game doesn't have hitters, let me just, I have no idea how to finish that sentence, but this game is full of mashers. Kyle Schwarber, plus 225. Aaron Judge, 225. Cal Raleigh, 350. Alex Bregman, 380. Bryce Harper, 380. Pete Crow Armstrong, 425. Bobby Witt Jr., 500. Roman Anthony, 450. Ronald Acuna, plus 500. Shall I keep going? Genio Suarez, he hit one yesterday, 500. Villa Abreu, plus 600. Jackson Churio, 700. Gleyber Torres, 750. Bryce Terang, 800. William Contreras, 800. Ezequiel Tovar, 850. All right, Maikel Garcia, 900. Luis Arias, plus 1,000. That's a lot of names here, man. So, all right, let me throw it over to you first. Where are you going today? Choose your. We're going to do 2 each. So choose your first option now.
My first option today is Bobby Witt.
Robert Witt Jr., plus 500 there. Nice choice. Tony said, are we sure the big dumper Cal Raleigh is playing? Check it. Not sure. Well, I mean, I assume as of now, but it could change. Joey said the United States of Anthony. Let's go. Roman Anthony getting a lot of love here. Okay. What do we do? Because here's the problem. My first choice isn't Team USA. Give me Ronald Acuna for Team Venezuela. Did you see Ronnie Boy go off? I'm telling you, Ronnie likes the big lights. This dude is not afraid of them. All right, give me Acuna here, plus 500. Okay, now let me flip it over to the second page real quick and read these again because we all saw the first page. Well, I won't read them, but I'll leave it up here. But you don't have to choose your second one. You don't have to choose from this list. If you need me to flip back, just let me know.
My second pick, I like Bryce Terang. I like his swing, especially against velo, especially this time of the year. One of the reasons I don't like Judge and some of the other guys, it takes time with velo at bats. These guys are still where they should be in spring training. I like somebody short, quick, especially against velo and not high of a number. So I like Terang.
There we go. Addison said, gotta run. Have a go. Addison, so good to see you. Hey, let me get this out real quick. Addison, I'll shout in here when the F1 qualifying lines drop. Alonso over Stroll streak in its 3rd season and over 1.5 race leaders has cashed in every race so far, and it will continue to be a wagon. All right, Addison, so good to see you. I know you got to run. Hey, love you, big boy. Appreciate you, man. Great work on that. Thank you. All right. And have a great day, obviously, my boy. Okay. Bryce Terang was your second. Okay, so Who did you go first?
Bobby Witt.
All right, you went Witt and Bryce Terang, right? Okay. All right, I'm gonna go Acuna, and I'm going back to Pete Crow, baby. Let's go PCA. I like him. Pete Crow's not afraid of the big lights either. All right. Maddie, the disrespect by the odds makers. What they put him at? 900. That is disrespect. Okay. All right. So you've got your two. Yeah, I'm gonna go Ronald Acuna and Pete Crow Armstrong. Let's go. Okay. So team totals. Over 5.5 for Team USA, over 3.5 for Venezuela. And Tizzle dropped it in. Both teams to score 3+ runs was minus 105. I don't mind that at all. I think that actually might be the best play of everything that we have here. So, all right. That's the World Baseball Classic. Grab bag of sports. What's next? Oh, college baseball. Have you seen this slate? Yes, you have. It's huge for a Tuesday. Not bad. All right, Citadel at Georgia. This will be in top 25. Citadel at Georgia, Liberty at Wake Forest, Georgetown at Virginia. Look at this. Number 3, Georgia Tech at number 5, Auburn. Who wants a piece of this on a Tuesday? Jackson State at Mississippi State, Eastern Kentucky at Tennessee. And I'll pull this full screen. I know it's tough to read. Apologies. Bethune-Cookman at Florida State. Clemson at College of Charleston, Northern Colorado at Arkansas, NC State at UNC Wilmington, Stetson at Florida, Southern Miss at Nichols, Oklahoma at Southeastern Louisiana, Texas State at Texas A&M, Tarleton at Texas, Oregon State at UCLA, San Diego State at Southern California. Let's go. All right. So, first game up, Cincinnati, Utah Valley. Now, we've got a ton of games, so I'm not going to sit and do an hour-long breakdown on each one. Feel free to stop me on anything that you see. Kirk said, AB, what's the weather like for these games? We got snow over the night in Indiana. Hey, we got snow in Nashville yesterday. Not kidding. So, yeah, you're going to see sunshine for the most part. Like the storms and the wind and all of the precipitation has moved out into the Atlantic. So we're clear on that. Now, you might have some spots where you have some cold wind, but for the most part, it's cold, except for the West. The West, it's been unbelievably nice. So, yeah. All right. Cincinnati, Utah Valley. Cincinnati minus 280. Again, that's low price, but they absolutely put a beating down on Utah Valley yesterday. Maryland at Richmond. Maryland minus 200. I'll pull this up full screen. Indiana at Vanderbilt. Good one today. We're on Vanderbilt money line here. Let me get the banner back up. Yeah, so we're on Vanderbilt here. We haven't paired with Cincinnati on the money line. Now, you've got these two games early, okay? Let me jump back to this first page. Cincinnati, Utah Valley, that's 1 p.m. Eastern. All right, you see the times below the games? It's 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 Central. So you have day baseball, and we have it with these two games early. Vanderbilt and Indiana at Vanderbilt in Nashville, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central. Vanderbilt minus 280 on the money line. Great weekend they had against LSU. Jacksonville, South Florida minus 280. Sanford at Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State minus 520 on the money line. Liberty at Wake Forest. So we're both on Wake Forest here. Greg, what do you see? What do you think out of Wake Forest minus 195 against a decently good Liberty team? I think you're on mute.
Where is it? Yeah, Liberty's played well this year. I like what they've done, but to me, this is a step up. And now that we've reached conference play, you can see the difference. You see what Wake's doing offensively. You saw what they did 2 weeks ago against Stanford. I think that this carries over. Kind of lean the over as well, but I do think Wake is prepping now. A lot of these teams now. This is one midweek game. Where you do have time to work in your Sunday starter. You have time to work in different guys who you're building in. There's a lot more to it with depth now. And I think that a team like Wake Forest at home does just be able to carry that over. You look at teams too that have a 3-game series and now go on the road. It's not the biggest travel for a lot of them, but I think it does have an effect. So I do like this carrying over for Wake.
Yeah, and well, let me say you know better than anyone because you've been through it with with your arm. Like when you get to the regular season portion of the season, and then you had the midweek games in the regular season portion. What I'm getting at is that all that craziness from the first month, everything starts to calm down. It starts to get on track. You already know who's Friday starter, Saturday starter, Sunday starter, right? And some teams absolutely have their midweek locked in. Some teams don't, right? But you start to just get repetition of, all right, this is what we do. This is what we do. The lineup starts you get adjusted to it, of it being different. You get adjusted to that, right? The young guys that might not necessarily get a ton of at bats over the weekend, but normally do here, they start to get repetition. Again, it starts to feel normal. It's not, hey, that's our freshman backup third baseman that we're really high on, but we have, an All-American third baseman that's a junior. This kid's not going to start there for a little while. However, this kid can rake. You know what I mean? So now he's getting adjusted to, I play every Tuesday. I start every Tuesday. You know what I mean? You start to get that. And with these young guys, you can absolutely catch fire because that kid might be that kid might be better than everyone else on the team except the guy that's in front of him. It just stinks that there's the one All-American that's in front of the other potential All-American. It happens like that sometimes. But once you start to get adjusted and that guy knows, hey, midweeks are for me. And the All-American dude, the third baseman, is absolutely in on that too. That's his boy. He's like, dude, let's go. I'll get a pitcher breakdown for you. You know what I mean? So you start to work as a team. And I think that a team like, and Liberty's right in the same boat too, but I think a team like Wake Forest and others, Vanderbilt, same deal, will absolutely be able to kind of get that consistency. And once teams get that, we'll start to get wins because I know that it's been it's been volatile. You know what I mean? So, yeah. All right. Charlotte, South Carolina here. South Carolina minus 130. Don't know what to do with this team. They play good. You see them against Florida. I mean, some of that was Florida, but South Carolina, it's tough because that's a blue blood program that just hasn't been blue blood for a little while now. Austin Peay at Ole Miss minus 425. Liked what we saw the weekend against Texas, man. I mean, they were right there all weekend. Elon, East Carolina minus 425 on the money line. Georgia Tech and Auburn. All right, so Aubrey, I saw you asking about this one in the chat. You know what? All right, so Georgia Tech minus 145. I think Auburn wins this game. Greg, all right, so what we have here is the number 3 team in the country taking on the number 5 team in the country, right? Like these two teams are incredible. I'm going Auburn here. What do you think? Who wins this game today? It's a Tuesday. It is what it is. It's random. What do you think?
I'm on Georgia Tech. I gave it out last night. I love what they did this past weekend, going to Clemson and dominate, 2 of those 3 games. So I think that leaves them in a pretty good spot. They're feeling good. The offense from top to bottom is playing well, and this is as big of a game as it is for Auburn. It's a very big game for Georgia Tech too, kind of a proving point, and another way to continue to build that RPI way up there. That college baseball takes no breaks with who they play, and nobody's scared to go against anybody during the midweek or during the middle of the season. So love to see this kind of matchup. I like the Yellow Jackets again. I think that they didn't have to go wild with going deep into their bullpen. The staff was pretty consistent through the weekend, and I think that carries over into today.
I'm with you. Tizzle said, I can't fade Georgia Tech. I get it. You know what I mean? I totally get it. I think Joey's got it. Over by default, right? Like, I think that's the play. And I don't have the total. They'll probably drop it at 13. I bet it's a flat 13. Might be 13 and a half. Because you're gonna get young dudes. Tizzle, too much offense. Auburn won't be pitching top. No, they're not. Oh man. I'm fascinated to see what that total is going to be. That's going to be a fun game right there. All right. Sam Houston at Lamar. Lamar minus 188. Clemson, Charleston. Clemson minus 445. Duke at Campbell. This is midweek baseball at its best, right? Like Duke, Campbell, two local teams. Campbell can absolutely go toe-to-toe with Duke. Duke playing good ball. Everyone knows I have an addiction, and my addiction is betting Duke baseball. So I had to lay off today because we don't want to fade Campbell here. They can throw a little bit. Yeah. Matty Boy knows, dude. They got to bring back the old Joe Camel from Camel Cigarettes logo. Probably can't. Probably not good with a university. However, that logo slaps. All right. NC State, UNC Wilmington. What a game here. Basically even. Any thoughts you have here?
I am on the Duke game today. I have Duke. I parlayed them together. I thought it was good value, especially coming off it's fearful when somebody scores 20 runs, but I do like where that offense is. It's amusing how I feel with Miami baseball because there's nothing like scoring double digits and getting 10 runs at the same time. That's
bro. I have no idea what to do with Miami. Like no clue. All right, continue. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Miami is in dire straits right now, to say the least. But yeah, I do like Duke today. I think there's value with them, even at the 2-1. I think that finding a parlay piece for them is interesting. And then yeah, the UNC NC State game is interesting as well. Very heated rivalry within the state schools right there. That's definitely going to be a big spot for UNCW. We've seen what NC State can do scoring wise, so it's a matter of what is their lineup going to be and where they're going to go staff wise. But that one's a tough one. I would probably lean the over in that one as well. This is kind of like a Sunday with some of these guys because they're not going to start everybody deep in terms of the staff.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I'm fascinated because this total could be 9 and it could be 13. And either would make sense to me. Yeah. And look, again, pay attention to in-state games, right? During the week, in-state games, you're going to see a lot of them, and a lot of them that are pretty close as well. All right, Stetson in Florida minus 720. Florida Gulf Coast and Florida Atlantic. That one's basically even. The Owls, Florida Atlantic minus 125 on the money line. Texas State, Texas A&M. Again, in-state games, you're going to see them. Minus 620 for the Aggies. Oklahoma, Southeastern Louisiana. Old Bill Watts territory right here. Look at Mid-South wrestling in the 80s. All right, Oklahoma minus 330. Southern Miss and Nichols. I want to bet Southern Miss, but I don't. All right, Missouri and Kansas. Kansas minus 130. This is an old beginning Oregon Trail right here. Missouri and Kansas. This is old school. All right. Independence Rock. I'm an idiot. All right. So Kansas minus 130. I'm interested what this total is going to be. 12. I'd put it flat 12. Yeah, Matty, I said border showdown. Let's go. I love it. Old Big 12 rivalry right there. Yeah, dude, you said it. Typhoid, dude. Typhoid and dysentery get you every time.
You got to be the doctor. You got to make sure you're the doctor.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you have? Like the doctor, the farmer, the banker. Everybody take the banker.
Then I'd unload all my ammo hunting 900 buffaloes. There's a bunch of Native Americans on a mountain watching me just shaking their heads as I've unloaded 18 clips on all the buffalo.
Yeah, they're like, dude, you shot 4,000 pounds of meat, but you're only able to carry back 200.
I was in the zone.
I was in the zone. Just boom, boom. All right. Now I picture you like on a ridge. You know what I mean? Like, No Country for Old Men. You know, when he's
Nope.
standing up on the ridge and he looks down, like that's what I see you.
I ain't
Rick
got no
wasn't.
agua.
Yeah, no agua. I love. He's like when he's at the door and he tells him to shut the door because there's wolves. Right? That's what he says in Spanish. And he goes, "Ain't no lobos." He just walks. Yeah, Rick said wasn't expecting a Bill Watts reference. Nope, we're bringing old Bill Watts back. No going over the top rope. All right, Nebraska, Wichita State, Midwest showing out today, boy. Stephen F. Austin, UT Arlington, Tarleton State at Texas, Texas minus 1050 on the money line. Alabama, South Alabama. Come on and raise. All right, that was North Carolina. Anyways, Alabama minus 166 on the money line. Be careful. Fading South Alabama at home. They'll want to beat Alabama. Is this one at home? It might. Also check a lot of these games, okay, real quick, and I don't know if it's on this one or not. A lot of these midweek ones, you'll start to see them playing at minor league parks, a major league park, if there's one close. Like, you'll see these, no doubt. Like, if you have like a Vanderbilt and Belmont, which are two teams that are in Nashville, 3 minutes apart from each other, they'll go play at the Nashville Sounds State, like on a Tuesday randomly. You know what I mean? Like AAA park that's 5 minutes away from both of them. You'll see those if they're close or if it's kind of, midway. I don't know if it's this game, but pay attention. You'll see those for sure. New Orleans at Tulane, Texas Tech, Dallas Baptist. Good game right here. Dallas Baptist minus 154 has not been. Let me pull this back up. Has not been the same team that we've seen over the last few. Kansas State, Baylor. Kansas State minus 175. Kansas State might be an option today. Just saying. Kansas State can put up some flipping runs, man. Rick said, happy St. Patrick's Day, folks. Uber's your friend tonight. Yes, 100%. And if you live in Nashville, text me. Hell, I'll come get you. No questions asked. I'll come scoop you, drop you and your friends off. We'll talk. Just bring a bet. That's all you got to do. No payment, nothing. You just got to bring a bet in the car, an NCAA tournament bet from any of the games. No joke. If anybody's out tuned up, look, on that oil tonight, and you're like, man, I need a ride, bro. Gotcha. You just bring a bet. All right, Kansas State, Baylor, New Mexico, and Arizona. Okay. Arizona's minus 215, and here's the problem. I have an addiction to Arizona baseball as well. I love them. But, man, they're difficult to trust. And I don't know if anybody has paid attention. Look at New Mexico. They could put up runs. You might see a weird total in this game. I don't know if totals are out yet, but keep an eye on the way. I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's going to be crazy total, but you might see a randomly. Yeah, exactly what Tizzle was saying. It's 95 in Arizona today. Ball should fly. That's the weird thing is that if you, weather-wise, if you just take if you just took a map of the United States and you took a crayon and just put a crayon right there at the Rocky Mountains, okay? Top to bottom. Art Bell on the radio used to say, east of the Rockies, you're on the air. West of the Rockies, you're on the air, right? Draw a line north to south, all the way from Canada to Mexico, basically. West of that is hot, and especially in the Southwest. Greg, what is it? It's probably nice weather. You're in California. But feels pretty good out there?
I was just looking what it's supposed to be. It was 90 yesterday. It's going to be mid 80s, and I know it's going to be 90 95 in the desert this week. So
it's summer.
It's I mean, everything West Coast right now. I would look at the over because it's been extremely warm, and I mean it's already a beautiful day out here. So I expect the same.
Yeah. Yeah, while, while our man Joey's like, dude, I'm under 8 feet of snow out here, bro. Somebody pitch me a shovel. Help me out. I feel you, man. All right. So, yeah, West Coast, it's hot. And New Mexico, they could put up runs, man. UConn and California. My gosh. All right. So you're on Cal here. I'll get out of your way. Cal minus 145. Dude, UConn, I feel like their trips, they're either playing at home or it's 3,455 miles away, right? You're on Cal. What do you see here?
Yeah, UConn's more than anything, the staff for UConn's been really inconsistent. You know, we expect offense from this Husky team, and we've got it in years past and a bit this year off and on. But I mean, they've been out here for a while. This is trying to travel this long, and especially going up now against a Cal team who got beat up pretty good this weekend against North Carolina. And credit to Carolina, they came across the country, played well, did what I expected them to do. I think this is a difference. Cal is still a pretty darn good team this year. I like what I've seen from them. They can score runs, and it's definitely a step down in terms of what they're going to see versus all weekend. So I think that Cal offense comes out to play. I worry about the inconsistency of UConn, and like you said, it's been a long trip out here. They've been on the West Coast for a while, and I think it adds up over time. I like the Bears tonight at the pretty good number.
Yeah, and you know that for a Tuesday game as well. You know, you're getting a team going all the way across. Solid. Now, a couple of things in the chat real quick. Tony said, high 55 in Jacksonville yesterday, pouring, and 80. It's all over the place. I know. Now, Melody nailed it. I got my corned beef slow cooking in the crock pot. Oh, my goodness. I love it. And I'll tell you, corned beef is so good, especially St. Patrick's Day. And Melody, so good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day for sure. Greg, corned beef, man, I grew up on corned beef. And when you get it out, all right, the slow cooker, and then you could take slices of it. Man, I put a little light mayo on it, put some bread in a toaster. Oh, dude, you're talking about eating so good. I love it, Melody. I hope it comes out great. Let us know. And yeah, hope you have a great day. Greg, I saw you shaking your head. You a big corned beef guy too?
I enjoy some good corned beef.
Yeah. Yeah, Maddie said dinner at Melody's. Absolutely. Melody's like, hold up, I got to get a few more chairs. Come on. The crew's coming over. No, Melody, that sounds great.
This is the start of like 8 days for UConn as well out here, because they were in Portland, played a series in Portland, play Cal for a day, play Santa Clara for a day, play San Jose State, then go to San Diego State. So there's definitely going to be a pretty decent long trip out here. So I think that, especially getting started with this tonight, I do like Cal even more.
Yep, absolutely. So they're on the vacation trip. That's what they're on. They're on the Disneyland trip. We're gonna go see the parks, right? We're gonna go down to the zoo, San Diego. Yeah. Hey, and I'm not against that. If I were at UConn, I'd 100% be doing the same thing too. Again, we talked about it yesterday. This is when you have an AD and a head coach that know what they're doing and they care about the boys, right? They're like, we'll get you that West Coast trip. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, you guys want to play Cal, San Diego State? Keep going down the list. Let's go Cal Baptist. Get them in there. Let's get all the boys. You're talking about Portland too. I love it. All right. LMU, Long Beach State minus 210. CSUN and Fresno State. Fresno State is favored. We talk about games that could be great. I don't know if this is going to be one of them. I don't think that it is. All right. Cal State Fullerton, UNLV. Better count on runs on this one. Fullerton minus 120. San Diego State, USC. Again, USC, what do y'all need? We'll go to the store. Whatever you want, man. Yeah, Tizzle, Fullerton is hot. Look at that. They're favored on the road. Them boys are hot. Tizzle, it only took a blizzard for USC to lose their first game, right? And you know what? If I played for USC, good. Like, yeah, good. Just get the loss. It's going to happen, all right? And it's baseball. Honestly, don't care about going undefeated because it's so stupid to think about that you don't think about it until it creates something. You know what I mean? So if I'm SC, fine. Let's just get that out of the way. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Or I don't want to not talk about it anymore, but it's all sitting there like the elephant in the room, like it's a no-hitter, you know? All right, enough of that. SC minus 750 on the money line here against San Diego State. Grand Canyon and Arizona State. Arizona State minus 950. Nothing there. There we go. It's the tournament. All right. That's today. All right. Let me get the picks back up here on the screen. My boy. Great work, man. Greg, crew. I know that some of these sports days are long. It takes a minute to go through everything, but hopefully this show does provide, a value because I know that time you just don't have a lot of time. You know what I mean? Like to put all this stuff together. Like that's what I want to do is be able to set up your mornings, have some fun, joke around about it, make a little money too. All right, Greg, enough of my elevator pitch there. What do you got, bro? Break it down.
Start with that basketball game today. We are on NC State tonight going against Texas in the play-in game. Then in college baseball, we are on the Cal Bears on the money line and parlay Cincinnati and Wake Forest. I believe we got that at plus 110 on DK earlier this morning.
Nice. Excellent work, my friend. Okay. I'm going to go UMBC college basketball tonight, minus 1.5, minus 115. Venezuela, United States, over 8.5 World Baseball Classic, minus 115. College baseball, Cincinnati money line, college baseball, Vanderbilt money line, minus 115. And these are college baseball as well. Wake Forest money line and Ole Miss money line, minus 115. Also, yeah, like the emojis and all of this, there are so many sports going on, like college-wise, college baseball, we got a million games. And pay attention too, because college basketball, not only do we have the play-in games tonight, the NCAA tournament, but you have the NIT, the CBI. Like there are so many games that you're going to look at your books. You're like, whoa, what is this? What is that? Yeah, there's like a bunch of tournaments obviously going on. So want to keep that organized. Finally. All right. 3-leg AB3 parlay. Team USA, money line, baseball. And then we're going to essentially take the over in both of the college basketball games tonight, but we're going to drop them by 5 points each. Pay attention on that, right? So Team USA money line, and then the over in UMBC Howard, over 136.5, and then NC State at Texas, the over of 152.5. That total came out to plus 218. Again, if you want to take it the opposite route, like if you want to use Team USA money line, but you'd rather play the unders in these games, which I get, you can move them 5 points in the other direction from the original point, right? So I dropped them by 5. So the original total, 141.5 in that UMBC Howard, you could move that to 146.5. So essentially just add 10 points to this that I have. So you could play the under of 146.5 with the under of 162.5. You see what I'm saying there? So if you don't like the overs, you're like, hey, AB, NCAA tournament playing games, under that, Haas, that's under city, baby. Population, money, right? Yeah, I get it. So, yeah, add 10 to these if you want to, and then you can play the under, pair that with Team USA. It's going to be a great game, though, because Venezuela, look at them. They came to play. Them dudes could do it. All right, Greg, great work, man. Crew, excellent work. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to record golf with our man, Brian, right after the show. I'll get to work on that. We'll also be live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, for week 6 of college baseball. We got 1 week of conference play in. How do we feel? Greg, that's what we'll end it on here. All right, we had 1 weekend of conference play. How do we feel? You feel good, college baseball going into the second week of it?
Yeah, it was our best week of the year by far, and we swept our max plays. It was profitable. We saw it the right way, and I probably laid off about 10 more winners. Honestly, we had a few that I liked, but I've learned already this year it's kind of been a wonky college baseball season. So taking those bigger stabs and our lotto parlays and things like that. We've taken a step back and kind of just gotten back to grinding away. But it was double-digit week, and I've enjoyed where it's been. It's exciting. We had Fullerton this weekend in one of those games and one of the upsets. So, it's fun to see, like I said a few weeks ago, getting the West Coast getting some strength again back in some of these deeper conferences. And yeah, it's going to be a long season ahead and in all the right ways.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I'm with you on like the wonky part. Like, dude, I got tuned up over the weekend in college. I got absolutely tuned up, man. It was brutal. But that's why we're going to break down tonight. All right, so we'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern today, 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. 2 more shows. Let's go. But it's going to be a great, great Tuesday. Everyone have a wonderful day. I'm telling you, at work, life, all of it. It's going to be a good one. We'll see you at 3 p.m. Eastern. Until then, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We'll see you soon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!